I'll begin this video with an apology. You see, I've come to realise that of the many video clips I share on this channel, of lunatics who sadly walk among us on God's green earth, a disproportionate number of them are male. And I say male because many of them are men who think they are women. So I'm sorry for my blatant sexism, and today I will try and do something to redress that, with clips of two women, despite what one of them fucking says, displaying, well, it's a curious thing because we know that, or at least I believe, many trans women know less about actual femininity and womanhood than the average straight man, because to many trans women, womanhood is just a costume they put on when they feel like it. Whereas for the average straight guy, like me, I know many women, I'm fucking married to one of them. But in these two clips, these two actual women seem to know less about their own biology than me, a middle-aged straight man. This first clip, for any ladies watching, this is for you.
All right, y'all, I'm about to make a few people mad with this one. Guess what? Trans women have periods. This ain't the first time I said it, and it ain't gonna be the last. And every time I tell it to y'all, it really pisses y'all off, and I really do not care. Cis women need to stop gatekeeping womanhood, stop gatekeeping periods. We are not the only ones who have periods. And we do have proof. There is scientific research that talks about the way that trans women also experience the same exact symptoms of periods. Now, some of y'all gonna say, it's a symptom, it's not a period. That's like saying if you got a cough, it's a symptom of a cold, but it's not a cold. It's still a cough. Quit playing games. It's still a cramp. Quit playing games. So quit gatekeeping womanhood and go ahead and give out some advice for what you should do when you are on your period.
Yes, women, that 1 week every month where you feel really washed out, emotional, you can be quite snappy, you have trouble sleeping, and you're in constant discomfort. Stop gatekeeping that. There are confused men in dresses who think they're experiencing the same thing. That woman is attacking women because they experience something which only females can go through. So the idea that because some trans women get cramps, that the symptom must be the same as having the period. What utter bullshit, because I get cramps. But if I get pains in my abdomen, I don't sit there weeping whilst taking a quill to write in my diary, another month has gone by, another cycle of the moon goddess, and once again, sadly, I am not with child. No, my period pains are usually down to indigestion. I can get rid of my menstrual cramps by reading a couple of chapters of a book whilst perched atop the porcelain throne. She states there have been many scientific studies proving that trans women have periods, but then fails to cite any of them, although I'm about to do something very similar. Of course, the cramps experienced by trans women are just side effects of estrogen injections, because although men have a low level of estrogen in their system, if you suddenly smash shitloads of it into your body is going to try and push it out. It doesn't know what to do with it. In the same way that many years ago, and here's where I'm not citing it, I watched a documentary made by a woman who called herself a feminist, but not a real feminist, one of those angry women who just hate men, who was effectively jacking up on testosterone and said she couldn't believe how angry she felt. Once again, that shit wasn't meant to be in her system. Her body didn't know what to do with it. It's as simple as taking someone who's never drank alcohol and tipping half a bottle of whiskey down their throat. Their mood and behaviour will change rapidly. And I can even put it this way, for anyone who agrees with this woman, do a very simple experiment. Go out and score some heroin and jack up with it. I guarantee your mood will change. In a short amount of time, you'll lose a lot of weight and become a prostitute. And just to be clear, this is the definition of a period from the National Health Service. The part of the menstrual cycle in which blood comprising uterine lining leaves the body. People who do not have ovaries and a uterus do not experience periods. And that woman was the sane one of the two.
If I am transitioning, why am I pregnant when that's such a woman thing to do? I would first of all like to say that it is free for me, because one person asked why I don't do like surrogacy. I feel like I'm doing surrogacy for myself. It's free for me. If I have the parts, I'm a dad, y'all. I'm about to have my third child. If I have it, I'm gonna get my well use out of it. So I am going to grow the baby myself. I have it. I'm gonna get my use out of it. And then I'm gonna get it cut out. I have these. I'm gonna get my use out of them. When they're done, gone. Pregnancy is not feminine for me. It's not like a woman thing for me, because I'm not a woman, and when I'm pregnant, I'm still not a woman.
In the United Kingdom, if you want to get married, you need a license. If you want to drive a motor vehicle, you need a license. In fact, in this country, if you just want to watch live TV, you need a license. Is it not time that people who want to reproduce should also need a license to do so? Because if they did, I guarantee the collective IQ of the human race would skyrocket overnight. Now that's a woman, despite claiming she's a man, saying pregnancy is such a womanly thing. Where the fuck do we go from there? She, he, it, whatever, says they are doing surrogacy for themselves and that they are a dad. Now I'm sorry, the dad, the father, is the male parent. That confused woman has not impregnated herself. And I hope it was artificial insemination, because any man who'd fuck that is a braver man than me. And how would it even work if she thinks she's a man? So she's getting pounded away, having gay sex while a man penetrates his vagina, ejaculates up his love tunnel and makes him pregnant. The fucking mental gymnastics are exhausting. They, because YouTube can't have me on that, said, I'm growing the baby myself. It's a child, not a fucking vegetable that you're growing. Vegetable, there's a really obvious joke there that I'm not going to do. But the thing I find most disturbing is the casual way which they state that once they've had the baby, all of the female reproductive organs will effectively just be cut out and gotten rid of. And the same applies once they finish breastfeeding. This nonchalant attitude to being medically mutilated. And that's one of the confusing things, one of the many confusing things about gender ideology. Because if I went to my doctor and said, please can you remove one of my fingers, I would be referred for counselling. But if I went to my doctor and said, I think I'm a woman, please cut my cock off, my doctor would have no option other than to say, yes, you are a woman and you're so stunning and brave. And the most mind-blowing statement, pregnancy is not feminine, it's not like a womanly thing. That's something only women can do. That, and remembering a throwaway comment a man made 9 years ago to shoehorn into an argument. These two women, or females because one of them thinks she's a man, appear to know less about their own anatomy than me, a middle-aged man. So I hope that video has done something to address my previous sexism. I now understand that women are every bit as capable of being just as fucking mental as men. I should also mention that both of those clips came from the Twitter account, The Libs of TikTok, which is a great one to follow. What a time to be alive, as ever. Thanks for watching.